Hey everyone, welcome back to Mindful English. I'm Sarah, and I'm sitting here with Liam.
Hey everyone, good to be here.
Liam, I have a challenge for you today.
I'm listening. What kind of challenge?
I want you to describe your best friend, but you are forbidden from using the words nice, funny, or kind.
Wow, that is actually much harder than it sounds. Those are the default words, aren't they? If I take them away, I have to actually think about who he really is.
Exactly. And here's what we're doing today. We're giving you the vocabulary to describe personality with texture and precision. By the end, instead of saying someone is nice, you'll be able to say they're down to earth or level-headed. Instead of stubborn, you'll know how to say set in their ways. You'll sound observant, respectful, and natural, whether you're writing a recommendation letter, describing a colleague, or just talking about your friends.
Because in our daily lives, especially at work or in relationships, the word nice is just too flat. We need words that actually paint a portrait of who someone is.
Let's give your vocabulary some personality.
Let's start with the people who make you feel comfortable. We all know friendly, but what if they are just incredibly relaxed and easy to be around?
I love the word easygoing.
Easygoing. That's a classic. It means nothing bothers them. They just flow with life. My roommate is so easygoing. We never fight about anything.
And if they're humble and practical, someone with no ego, you call them down to earth.
Down to earth. That is the highest compliment. Even though she's the CEO, she's incredibly down to earth. It means they don't act superior.
Now, what about the person who loves socializing? The one who gets energy from people?
We call them a people person. Or, if they are really energetic at events, we say they are the life of the party.
The life of the party. That's the person making everyone laugh, telling stories, bringing the energy. But, Liam, what about the opposite? The person who is quiet, maybe a bit shy, but in a dignified way.
In a professional setting, I prefer reserved.
Reserved. It means they keep their thoughts to themselves until they are ready. It doesn't mean they're scared, it just means they are careful and thoughtful. Or you could say they keep to themselves.
Right. He's a great worker, but he mostly keeps to himself. It's neutral, not positive or negative, just descriptive.
Now, let's talk about describing smart people, because smart is boring, and it doesn't tell us how they think.
If they notice everything and understand things instantly, I say they are sharp.
Sharp. Simple, but effective. She's really sharp. She caught the mistake in the contract that everyone else missed. And if they solve problems quickly under pressure, we say they are quick on their feet.
Quick on their feet. It implies agility. They don't freeze when a crisis happens. He's so quick on his feet. When the client changed the requirements, he came up with a new plan immediately.
And speaking of crises, you want someone who stays calm, right?
Absolutely. You want someone who is level-headed.
Level-headed, meaning their emotions are balanced. They don't panic. When everyone was freaking out, she stayed level-headed and got us through it.
You also need someone who pays attention to the small things, someone who is detail-oriented.
Detail-oriented. That's a resume favorite. She catches every mistake because she is so detail-oriented. And what about drive? The person who never gives up.
If they are very determined, like a bulldog holding a toy, they are tenacious.
Tenacious. That is a power word. And if they are ambitious and always chasing new goals, we call them a go-getter.
He's a real go-getter. Employers love that one.
But Liam, we have to talk about the difficult people too. How do we describe them politely?
Right. The diplomatic insult. Instead of saying someone is stubborn, which sounds aggressive, what do you say?
I usually say they are set in their ways.
Set in their ways. It sounds almost gentle, like concrete that is dried. He's a bit set in his ways, so he doesn't like the new software. You're being honest without being rude.
And instead of bossy, we say they have a strong personality, or we call them assertive.
Assertive is the positive version. Strong personality is the code for they are a bit difficult.
What about someone you can't trust? Someone who cancels plans at the last minute or doesn't follow through?
Oh, we call them flaky.
Flaky, like a pastry that falls apart. Don't rely on him for the ride. He can be a bit flaky. It's honest but not cruel.
Now, let's talk about emotions. Some people hide them, and some people show them. If someone shows everything they feel, we say they wear their heart on their sleeve.
Wears their heart on their sleeve. It means they are transparent with their emotions. You always know how they feel. But if someone is the opposite, if they don't get hurt easily by criticism, we say they are thick-skinned.
Thick-skinned. That is essential for business. You need to be thick-skinned to handle feedback without taking it personally.
And you need to be willing to listen to new ideas. You need to be open-minded.
Open-minded. The opposite of set in their ways. She's very open-minded about trying new approaches.
And finally, Liam, what is the word for the person who is always there for you? The person you trust 100%.
We say they are solid, or simply, you can count on them.
He's solid. That is high praise. It means he is strong, stable, and won't let you down. I know I can count on her. She's been there for me every time.
We really covered the whole spectrum, didn't we?
It really changes the picture, doesn't it? Instead of a stick figure drawing of a person, you are painting a full-color portrait.
And that helps you connect, because when you describe someone accurately, you show that you actually see them.
Describing someone well is a form of respect. Let's review the most useful ones. We threw a lot of vocabulary at you today. Let's pick the top ones that will really upgrade your daily conversations.
First, my favorite compliment for a colleague, level-headed.
When the project failed, she stayed level-headed and found a solution. It means calm and rational under pressure.
Second, for the humble, easy-to-talk-to person, down to earth.
He's a movie star, but he's surprisingly down to earth. No ego, no pretense.
Third, for someone who handles criticism well, thick-skinned.
You have to be thick-skinned in this industry. It means you don't take things personally.
Fourth, for that friend who is fun but unreliable, flaky.
I love him, but he's too flaky to plan a trip with. It's honest without being mean.
Fifth, for describing a stubborn person politely, set in their ways.
My boss is a bit set in her ways regarding the filing system. It saves you from getting into trouble.
Sixth, for the determined person, tenacious.
She's tenacious. She never gives up on a goal.
And finally, for the person who shows their emotions openly, wears their heart on their sleeve.
He wears his heart on his sleeve. You always know how he feels.
So we have level-headed, down-to-earth, thick-skinned, flaky, set in their ways, tenacious, and wears their heart on their sleeve.
And if you want the complete list with example sentences and situations where you'd use each one, check the pinned comment below. We've organized them by context: work, friends, family. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope this helps you see the people around you a little more clearly.
And maybe describe yourself a little better too.
So here's your challenge. Think about 3 people in your life. Maybe a coworker, a friend, and a family member. Can you describe each one using at least 2 phrases from today?
And then come back and tell us in the comments. Are you thick-skinned, or do you wear your heart on your sleeve? Are you a go-getter, or more easygoing?
We genuinely want to know how you see yourself. And it's great practice using these phrases in a real context, describing yourself.
And if this episode helped you move beyond nice and funny, if it gave you the vocabulary to actually paint a portrait of someone, Share it with a friend who's learning English.
Because these aren't just vocabulary words, they're tools for connection. When you describe someone accurately, you show that you really see them.
Think about the people you work with. Can you label them with these words? It's a great way to practice thinking in English.
Which phrase from today describes you best? We'd love to know.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Take care.
Bye, everyone.
Right on schedule. All aboard. Off you go.